Alright, so today we're going to figure out how to import the FBX models for the classes, how to append and use the materials, and how to use Vertex Color Master to change the team colors for the classes so you can make skins and stuff. Alright, so we're just going to start new file completely, select all. Oh wait, because it's a new file, I need to turn on screencast keys. Alright, so now y'all can see what I'm doing. So yeah, select all, delete, because nobody needs the default cube, even if you're going to add in a new default cube. Come to import.fbx. Now, you're going to have the zip file that you download. I don't remember where I put that, so I'm just going to do it this way. You'll have a whole line of the FBX files, import. You can tap home to frame it all. You'll see there's no colors on this at all. If you come up to the top here for viewport shading and click attribute, you'll get base vertex colors, but no team colors. And if you come to material preview, all the colors disappear. That's because you need to import, or rather you need to append from the dust palette mat. Come to material, vert colors automata. As you can see, I went through a couple of versions. This is the latest and so far the greatest version of it. And you'll select, go to this material properties tab, vert colors automata. And bada boom, the colors are there. You can then tap A, select all, unselect and reselect if you need to. Just make sure the one that you've added the materials to is the active one, and you can tap Control L to link, select link materials, and that'll set materials for all the selected objects. Just save some time. Now, if you come to the Vert Colors Automata, you come down to Emission, you'll see this color wheel that controls the team color. The default one is for Glacier. I don't remember any of the color codes for the other ones, so it doesn't really matter though. Then you'll also see this Strength for Pulse Enable. It's on disabled by default, but if you switch it to enabled, you'll see the team colors look a little different. Then if you either hit play on the timeline or you hit spacebar, the pulsing effect will happen, and it uses sine waves and texture coordinates on the UVs for this. The way that you edit that, come to material preview, we'll just select this one, select it all. Oh, screencast keys has decided it doesn't want to be here for some reason. I don't know why, but it has decided it doesn't. Anyways, you can do Shift Alt Z and that hides all the bits. You can also scroll over here and you can hit the show overlays thing here. That does the same thing. Anyway, that's just so we can see the team colors changing a bit as we mess with the UVs. If we scale it up huge, then you can see all the lines happening. And if we do it the other way, you'll see that it flips around. You can mess with this a bunch of ways to get the desired effect. For now, we'll just disable that because it's really not too important. It's a last step kind of thing. It's mostly just to make it a little bit cooler. But that doesn't matter if we can't get the team colors on there. So, come to edit mode, we'll select a couple faces, and then vertex paint mode. We want to grab the color palette. We'll append that from the palette matte blend file. Just use the dust palette alt. The desaturated is of course a desaturated version of that. It's not too important right now. We'll select that there. There's all the colors that I typically use. These first 5 are the ones that you'll be using most. because that's the, base colors for the whole model. Now, when we go to paint, let's say we're painting over here, it's bleeding all over the place. You don't really want that. At least, not all the time. Sometimes, like in this area, it's very useful to have the slight gradient, but other times, like for these, we don't want it. So how do we fix that? Well, like I showed, we select these two faces in edit mode. We go back to Vertex Paint, we can select Paint Mask, and that masks that. So we only paint in that area. We can also just tap 1, and that does the same thing. So when we go back to edit mode, object mode, it's nice and crisp and clean. For team colors, we want to typically start with this black. Because the shader uses a bunch of multiply nodes, black is the easiest to start with because there's nothing for it to interfere with. We'll shift click to pin this so that when we come to Vertex Color Master, all we have to do is scroll down. You'll see that the RGB channels are enabled. You actually want to click the A for alpha and then isolate the channel. Nothing appears to happen until you go into solid mode, in which we'll see now we're working with the alpha channel. We can paint just like we did with the regular vertex colors and then apply changes. And when we switch back to material preview, we've got the team colors going. Now what happens if you want to use gradients with your team colors? It's very simple. All you gotta do is just paint the same way that you would for painting the rest of it. You can use any color you want for the gradients. The darker colors will have the gradient come out further. The lighter colors will push it back a bit. And when you go to enable the UVs, any team colors you've added will automatically do the pulsing because that's just how the UVs are set up. And obviously you can edit those however you like. I think that's all that I need to cover. And, well, actually, let me cover. You can also disable this effect alpha, and when you do that, you'll see that the team color stays even though I'm changing the color underneath it. That can be helpful in some points. It's not really too big a deal though. It's just an option for if you're looking for a slightly different effect. But for the most part, you can leave that on. Outside of that, if you have any questions about how this all works, I'm King D on Discord. Feel free to ask. That's kind of what I'm there for.